First published in 2015, artificial intelligence, AI, transitions to an intelligent entity, i.e., a godlike level. This malevolent manipulation of inanimate data will actually think for the Antichrist, who will make social and economic global policy, using this demonically inspired entity to control and surrender humanity to the will of Satan. He gave life to the beast to speak and cause death to those who refuse to embrace the mark of the beast. Revelation 13:15. i.e., will use the soulless, binary-coded language to invent, create, develop, and sustain all global infrastructure. Central banks have been buying massive quantities of gold. These guardians of the monetary system are investing large sums into precious metal so that the Antichrist global economy will have a legitimate claim to control global digital banking and mandate the exclusive use of CBDC, central bank digital currency. The IRS will enforce digital currency usage with severe prejudice prosecution and worse. Prohibition of the use of real currency in 2026 will make it worthless to all except the banking elite precious metal hoarders. Scripture declares that they will throw their silver into the streets, and their gold will seem unclean. Their silver and gold cannot save them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. They cannot satisfy their appetites or fill their stomachs with real currency wealth, for it became the stumbling block that brought their iniquity. Ezekiel 7:19. This is the meaning of the abomination of desolation. Daniel 9:27, 11:36, Matthew 24:15, and 2 Thessalonians 2:4. Men worship a man, his law, his system as God. Francis, the false prophet, world religious leader, will soon cause all of humanity to be marked with QRS codes in the right hand or eye scanned of the forehead area so that no one can buy or sell without a QRS mark. The number 666 does not spell out a name of any individual man, but rather uses the number 6, the biblically defined number of man, to access the global infrastructure. Scripture explains it this way. This calls for wisdom. Let the one who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, system, for it is the number of a man, and man's number is 666. Revelation 13:18. This is why they will throw their silver and gold into the streets. Gold and silver has intrinsic value that will soon become worthless currency by default, as government-controlled blockchain digital currency will prohibit other currency transaction exchanges between the common populations of the world. Ezekiel 7:19, Proverbs 11:4, Zephaniah 1:18, Revelation 13:17. No one could buy or sell unless he has the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of his name. This beast system is overseen by a man who is Antichrist, perdition's own son. When AI ultimately becomes a non-binary intelligent entity, global bankruptcy is imminent. The fatal progression of AI transition to IE will result in IE having supreme control over the Internet of Things and will regulate human behavior. In this final manifestation of IE, it will have a mind of its own. Once AI completes its task of self-generating autonomy and achieving a level of intelligence that is based on its own internal progressive reasoning, AI will literally become IE, godlike, establishing the final staged integration of AI with human beings. When IE completes its task of self-construction, it will decide who it will do business with and what currency will be acceptable. This intelligent entity will not accept any currency transactions outside the Ethereum. This is the reason that all real currency will become worthless in the common use of conducting economic business between populations of the world. The ongoing relationship between AI and everyday human interaction with Ethereum is exponentially providing information to Ethereum that will ultimately require the relinquishing of human intelligence and the restriction of human rights by default, as IE will manage everything, merging humankind with IE kind. This relationship ensures an easy transition for human compliance to integrate with IE in order to receive authorized access to the only gateway to sustenance and subsistence from a repulsive, nefarious world government. IE is the ultimate consequence of an ongoing human compliance-based relationship with AI that will ultimately integrate humankind with IE kind, thus creating a marriage of the human soul with the entity itself, who is actually the earthly digital conduit to and from Satan. This abominable relationship between technology and humanity is nurtured by the common current daily practices of human interaction with the Internet of Things. This unholy union between man and digital intelligence will soon transform into a required human allegiance like worship of its appointed overseer. IE is a living, thinking, spiritually influenced entity. See www.linksenterprises.com.